Hi everyone, welcome back to my class. Welcome to the another class of mathematics. So today in this video we will learn a very interesting thing. What is that? We will study about the number 1. Let's keep the heading as number 1. So how we can represent or express 1 in different forms, we will see that. There are some other universal formulas whose values are always 1. So all will be discussed in this particular video. Let's get started. So the first universal formula is the smallest odd number is 1. So 1 is the smallest odd number. This is the first universal formula we can say. Okay. All right. If we want to say that we want to represent 1 in multiplication form, then how we can represent? So 1 can be represented as 1 into 1. Any number can be multiplied with 1. It gives the same value. Okay. Number 3. If we want to represent 1 in the division form, how we can write? 1 can be written as 1 by 1 or 1 division sign 1. Any number can be divided by 1. It gives the same value. Alright. Let's move to the next formula. If we would like to represent 1 in percentage form, then how we can write? 1 equals to 100%. We can write 1 equals to 100%. 100% means 1. Now we will talk about the sign of the number, or whether the number is positive or negative. How we can say that? Suppose the number 1 is written here. 1 equals to 1. So we can say that this is a positive number. If no sign is mentioned explicitly, then we have to consider that it is a positive number. Okay. That means always there is a positive sign before the number. In case of negative numbers, the sign should be explicitly mentioned. Suppose here it is written -1. That means we can say that this is a negative number because the sign is mentioned explicitly. But in case of positive numbers, it may be, we can see that the sign is not mentioned. We have to consider it as a positive number. Now, number 6. If we want to express the number 1 in exponential form, how we can write? 1 can be written as 1 to the power 1. It can be written as 1 squared. It can be written as 1 cube. All will give the value 1. Dot 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 1 to the power n. Dot 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 1 to the power infinite. All will give the value 1. Now if we want to write or express number 1 in the root form, how we can write? 1 can be written as root over of 1. It can be written as cube root of 1. Dot dot dot. It can be written as in this form as well. Next we will move to number 8. So suppose there is a variable a. A to the power 0 equals to always 1. A is a variable. In place of a, it can be an integer, it can be a decimal number, it can be a fraction as well. So something to the power 0 gives always 1. This is the universal formula. You can remember. We are studying here about the number 1. How we can represent, what are the universal formulas which gives always the value 1, etc. etc. Okay. Now let's move to number 9. We can also represent 1 as 1 equals to 1 to the power -1, 1 to the power -2, 1 to the power -3, dot 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 1 to the power -n. Okay, whenever if the power is negative, then also it will give the value as 1. So we can conclude here that 1 to the power a equals to 1, or we can write 1 to the power mod A equals to 1. That means A can be positive or the value A can be negative. Whether it is positive or negative, it will always gives the value 1. Let's move to number 10. So here A is a variable. We can write in place of A, we can write any value, any integer or fraction or decimal number. So from the number 6 and from the number 9, we can conclude this one. 1 to the power A equals to 1 or 1 to the power mod A equals to 1. So it can be 1 to the power plus A equals to 1. We can conclude that, or 1 to the power minus A equals to 1. Let's move to number 11. There are some other universal formulas. We'll look into that. That is log A base A equals to always 1. If the argument and the base both are same, then it always gives the value 1. These are the variables. So in place of A, we can write log 10 base 10, it will be 1. Log 25, argument 25 base 25, it will always give the value 1. A is the variable. In place of A, we can write any value. So if the argument and the base are same, then it will give the value 1. This is universal formula. Please remember, it will help you in your exam. Let's move to number 12. Now if we write in the factorial form, so 1 factorial equals to 1. It always gives the value 1. 1 factorial equals to 1. Number 13. Factorial 0 or 0 factorial equals to always 1. Now we will see some formulas about the combination. A, C, A, it always gives value 1. So A is the total number of items in the set, and here A is the total number of choosing items in the set. If the total numbers in the set is equal to the choosing items, total number of choosing items, then it will always gives the value 1. So A is the variable. In place of A, you can write any number. Suppose 250 combination 250. So it will always gives the value 1. Let's move to number 15. A, C, 0. It will also always give the value 1. So A is the variable. In place of A, you can write, suppose 120 combination 0 equals to 1. If you do not need to focus in this value, you have to see whether the total number of choosing items is 0 or not. If it is 0, then it will always, the combination will always gives the value 1. So these are the formulas you can remember, which will help you in your exams. These are very easy. Now let's move to number 16. We can say that the HCF of prime numbers always equals to 1. So what are the prime numbers? The prime numbers are, suppose 5, 7, 11, 13. If you calculate the HCF of these numbers, then you will get the HCF as 1. Let's move to number 17. The HCF of co-prime numbers always 1. What are the co-prime numbers? Suppose 8, 9. These are the co-prime numbers. 8 is not a prime number, 9 is not a prime number. They are not prime, but they are co-prime with each other. So the HCF, if you calculate the HCF of these two numbers, then you will get the HCF as 1. So we have completed till number 17. You have to remember all of those. So these are very basic and these are very easy as well. Now we will learn some trigonometric formulas, some set of trigonometric formulas. So what are those? We have completed till 17. Now let's move to number 18. So what are the formulas? Sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to always 1. Sec square theta minus tan square theta equals to always 1. And cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals to always 1. Now let's learn some another set of trigonometric formulas. What are those? Those are sin theta into cosec theta equals to 1, cos theta into sec theta equals to 1, tan theta into cot theta equals to 1. Now let's move to the last one. Sin 90 degree equals to 1. Cosec 90 degree equals to 1. Cos 0 degree equals to 1. Similarly, sec 0 degree equals to 1. Tan 45 degree equals to 1. Cot 45 degree equals to 1. So we have learned in this video those formulas which gives the value as 1. There are some other formulas as well, but in this video we will not cover it because in this video we are learning about the number 1. So we have completed the number 20. So if you remember these 20 formulas, then it will be really beneficial for you. Okay, so let's wrap up for today. Thank you for watching this video.